While I look at those rivers and mountains that have witnessed China's history all the time, some living heritage and brilliance are still hidden in quiet rural places, covered by time, and wait for people to pick up the passing memories. Let's step back in time and rediscover the cultural echoes that remain in the tranquil landscapes of those historical wonders.
Hey guys, now we are at the Terracotta Warriors now, and this is my second time visiting. It's so breathtaking to watch this here. So as I stand here, I'm still so impressed. So as we can see, there are still some archaeologists. They are working on the spot. They are still digging and repairing those relics on the site. So it is said that it still takes hundreds of years to finish the whole excavation. So there are still many terracotta warriors and some other figures such as the horses. They are just lying and scattering in the pit.
When I look at this scenario, I can almost see the end of a war happened thousands of years ago, and they are all dead in the field. Before Qin unified China, Qin was only one of this land's vassal states. Qin Shi Huang came into power in 246 BC, when he was only 13. After decades of wars, he defeated all other states and unified China for the first time. He standardized writing, currency, weights, and measures, even built highways called Qingdao in Chinese. He commissioned the original version of the Great Wall of China. Besides those achievements, he wanted more, the immortality. So he built this underground empire to accompany him into the afterlife. The around 8,000 soldiers and other figures such as horses and government officers are just a part of his underground empire. All these figures are life-sized, colored if well preserved, and also unique. No two are the same.
Now I am walking on the mausoleum of Qin Shi Huang. He has been lying here for thousands of years, and he also been influential to this land for thousands of years. It will last forever. So he just make himself a part of here and also a part of China.
After a few years of his death, the Qin dynasty came to a violent end. Those terracotta warriors he built for his afterlife were destroyed by subsequent emperor Xiang, and the history about him was covered by time. We can't even tell whether Qin Shi Huang is a popular leader or a tyrant to his people. But as a matter of fact, from then on, there is a new era for China. Fighting and wars are no longer meant to split this country, but to dominate and centralize it repeatedly. Qin Shi Huang had created more than an emperor, an empire, but also unified the civilization of China. This powerful idea was never re-challenged by the next 2,000 years in this land. After 600 years of the end of Qin, the Tang dynasty once again created the glory of China.
Now we are at a countryside of Xianyang named Qianxian, which is 2 hours drive away from Xi'an, and we are sitting at a parking lot now of this tourist spot.
This road called Shendao in Chinese, which is a road leading to the tomb dedicated to worship the emperor. Both sides of Shendao are stone figures. They are like a guard to protect and present honor to the emperor.
So through the history of China, there is only one female emperor officially came into power and was recognized. Her name is Wu Zetian, the main character of this tourist spot. So her life is such a legend. When I learned the history during that period of the Tang dynasty, it makes me really curious about how she just made it happen. In an absolute patriarchal social system, is she only a figurehead or she really controlled the power? And why she chose to bury together with her husband, who is the previous emperor in the Tang dynasty, Li Zhi, and why she left herself as worldly still after her death, and also why this tomb has never been successfully robbed of the last 1,000 years. So hope I can find some clues here.
Wu Zetian entered the palace when she was 14. She married the 2 Tang emperors, both father and son. They were attracted to her beauty and intelligence. After many battles, murders, manipulating, even killing her infant daughter and blaming others for eliminating her rivals, she finally grasped all power and established her authority in politics. She was a cruel ruler of power, competent in managing the country, and a revolutionary who broke rules to build her dynasty. Due to her controversial life, there is no word on her stele after death. Same, due to the blank stele, we think of what manner of person she was as more difficult to imagine. In ancient time, the region around Xi'an was known as the land of emperors, with a total of 73 emperors buried in Shanxi province. In this land, dynasties came and go, rose and fell. Time passed like fleeting clouds, and life ultimately withered away. Even though the power of life and the cultural memories remain as ever, even if we can't see the homeland of thousands of years ago, but we all look at the same stars. Just look at the moon behind me. It's really a very different experience to visit a emperor's tomb after the sunset. Even the evening, I can feel the silence, the tranquility, and also the calm here. Look at the worldly still just behind me of Xi'an. Hello, this stop we are at Guan, 2 hours drive from Xi'an, and this is a very vital pass in the history of ancient China. Now I am climbing up these steps to the pass gate. The gate behind me is Tong. So on my right hand side is one of the most famous river in China, the Yellow River, and on my left hand side is one of the famous mountains in China, the Shan. So this is a very special location. At that time, if people want to dive into Xi'an from east and north, they must pass through this point. In 1954, experts planned the Yellow River's management and constructed reservoirs. However, due to a miscalculation, the experts mistakenly believed that Tongguan ancient city would be submerged, leading to the destruction and removal of almost all historical buildings. So the whole town was rebuilt recently, but this small alley I am walking on was kept very original looking at that time. It's a very tranquil and peaceful place where only a few locals live here. It's very hard to imagine how busy it was in the past as a transportation hub, and all the place and things remains as ever to wait for people to come back, but people have gone. Starting from 211 BC till modern China, this pass has been playing an important role in protecting Xi'an to the western region from east and north attacks. Because of this pass as a transportation hub in ancient China, Chinese civilization had a chance to grow strongly along this area. Now, in contemporary China, its vital functions are no longer useful. This Tong and military base have been abandoned in rural areas. Only few locals live here in the forgotten streets, and few visitors here to pick up some passing memories.